Hello, welcome to Learn WP with Chris. Today I've got another fantastic WordPress tutorial to show you guys, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can create or make any website of your choosing. I'm going to be using the Tesseract theme and the Beaver Builder plugin, more on that later, and I'm also going to timestamp each section in the description below, just to give you an idea on what kind of websites can be made using WordPress. I'll show you just a few websites that have been made by some well-known people and companies. First of all, we've got Katy Perry here. As you can see, it's nicely constructed. Everything's bright and simple. We've got Usain Bolt's, more on that. We've got Snoop Dogg, we've got Bloomberg, and we've also got BBC America. All these were made with WordPress, and as you can see, it's all super responsive, both on PC and on mobile. So once you're ready and you're all well equipped to get learning and build your website, we'll just get started. Right then, let's have a look at our notepad. Here is just a few things. I've put down a bit of prices and exactly what I'm going to be doing in this video. So the domain name, your domain name is very important, of course, and that's where people visit your actual site. That's roughly going to be about $12 a year. Hosting, well, web hosting is a service that allows you to post a website onto the internet, and a web host or a web hosting service provider is a business that provides a service, and that is very necessary to have a website. So that's around about $3 to $7 a month. But I do also have a few coupons that you can use. I have a coupon that gives you your first month's hosting for just 1 penny. I have a coupon that gives you 25% off your total hosting. And then I also have a temporary one just for the end of the year. Up to the end of the year, it gives you up to 60% off hosting and a choice of 4.99 domain names, which is of course going to save you a lot of money overall. Next, after that, we'll be installing WordPress, which is a free thing to do. WordPress is free, and I'm also going to show you how to create the website, which of course is going to be free as well. And in that website, I'll show you how to make a homepage, an about page, your services page, a blog page, a contact page, and of course, I'll show you how to create a store with a checkout and a shop as well, okay? Alright, so the first thing we need to do is open up our web browser and go to HostGator.com. It'll look roughly like this. It does kind of change across the years, but it generally has this kind of feel to it. So the first thing we're going to do is click on web hosting. Now if we scroll down, we can see that there's 3 available plans for us. We have the basic plan, the essentials plan, and the pro plan. The differences between these plans is the basic plan will allow you to have one single domain. That means you can only host one website on this hosting account. The essentials plan allows you to have unlimited domains. That means you can have as many websites as you want on this hosting account. And then of course is the pro plan, which comes with a few extras like private SSL and IP, as well as a free voice over IP phone service. I don't think it's too necessary. I think it's for real big businesses. But Essentials plan is something I normally go for because I do like to mess around and create multiple websites, and that just gives me that accessibility. But for now, I will just use the basic plan just for the purpose of this tutorial and to keep costs at a minimum. So once you've picked your plan, just click sign up now. Now you'll get onto the HostGator order form page. The first section is you choose a domain bit. Right, a domain name, like I said before, is a website. It's pretty much your website name, like www.google.com is Google's domain name. It's their web address. So here is where you can actually register a new one, or if you already do own one, you can just click here and type that in here. But for now, I'm just going to type what my website's going to be, Learn WP with Chris. And then I'm going to pick .com. There is other ones as well you can use, like .org, .net, but I prefer to use .com. So there we go. It's going to be $15 a year or so, but of course I can get that cheaper. And I can get it cheaper as well by using a .club or .site or .net. But we're not going to do that. We're going to go down here and we're going to untick Add Domain Privacy Protection, because that does bill you quite a bit, and I don't think that's necessary. So it gives you an explanation what happens if you don't have that, which I think is fine if you are just trying this out. But you just scroll down and you'll be on the choose a hosting plan. So here's where you pick your billing cycle. So you have a few options here. You have 1 month at $10.95, or you have 36 months at $3.95 a month. which automatically comes with a 43% discount. Well, like I said before, I have those coupons, so we'll come back to here in a moment, but for now I'll just leave that at 1 month. I'll leave that at about 6 months actually, yep. And if you scroll down, or not scroll down, we just enter in a username. This is what you're going to be logging in to your HostGator with, so keep it something that you know and something secure. And of course, stick to these things here. I'll just make one real quick. And then of course, enter a security pin. You can enter that whatever you want it to be. And section 3 is entering your billing information. Self-explanatory really. You enter your email, your first, last name, address, your zip code, and of course your payment information. If you scroll down, there's add additional services. Just uncheck all of these. I don't find any of these necessary. You can have a quick read, and if it is something that you want, you're more than welcome to get it, but I find they aren't too important. So if you scroll on down, we've got a total price of $80 here. This is for 6 months of hosting and the domain name. I'm going to go through all my different coupons just to show you the price difference between them all. So the first penny for 1 month, that was, well, first month for 1 penny, that was LEARNCHRISPENNY. And if we click validate, oh, it's going to add a few add-ons. It does this, it automatically adds add-ons. So you just make sure you go up and you turn them all off just to make sure that domain one is off as well. So that's now gone to $68. I got a bit of discount of about 12, well, a whole month there, just for a month cheaper. Right, I'm now going to try to enter the next coupon, which was LearnChris25. Oh. And of course, it's made it too high, so we're going to take this off again. Make sure that one's off as well. Scroll back down. And now that's $62. So I've got 25% off the 6 months. That's pretty much a $19 discount. Or we can try Chris60. And this one gives us up to 60% off, and as well as $4.99 on our domain name. So let's see if this changes much. I'm going to make sure to uncheck that. So that's $57.55. We're now getting a $23 discount. See, we've got our domain name only for like $4.99, and we also got discount on our 6 months. So depending on how much hosting you're going to get, coupons may vary. If you are only getting the 1 month, I would recommend just getting that 1 month for 1 penny. That way you're doing all of it for as cheaply as possible, you know. But once ever you've filled in all your information and made sure you've got all your additional service that you wanted or unchecked, and you've made sure you got your billing cycle correct, and you've picked a domain name, just go all the way to the bottom, click I have read, and click checkout now. It's going to take maybe about a few minutes to really fully process this. Then you will get sent an email that's going to look a lot like this. So you get, hello, whoever you are, thank you for your order, and then you get, and it tells you what plan you've got, and here's the link to your control panel. It's a very important section, and what your username and your domain and your password. See, it's got a random string of letters, and copy that for now. Visit the control panel. So let's open that up, and here you just log in with the details I just gave you. So that's us logged in to the HostGator control panel for the first time. There is a lot of options here and it can seem pretty daunting, but don't worry about them for now. All we're going to do is click on build a new WordPress site. Once you're here, you just pick your domain and then click next. Give it a blog title. I'm just going to call mine tutorial. Give it an admin username. This is what you're going to log in with. And your first and last name, and of course an email address. You will get an email once this has been installed with your login details, so make sure you use an email address that you use. So that's the installation complete. WordPress has now been installed onto that domain name. We have a username, and we of course have this long password here. So whenever you're ready, just copy that password, click login, enter in your details, and then you'll be logged into your website. So this is us logged into the WordPress dashboard for the first time. I'm going to show you what all these things on the left side mean and what they do and what they provide. But for the time being, what we're going to do is show you what your website looks like to begin with. So if you just go up here to the top and click Visit Site, here it will open up your site, and as you can see, it's pretty bland. You've got this one image here. It says tutorial, which is your site name at the moment, and have a wee tagline, and then it'll just have this, which is pretty boring and nothing really spectacular, but I'm going to show you how to make the website like I showed you at the start of the video. But first of all, see this bar up at the top here? This is your admin bar. So this is only shown once you are logged in to your website, and any other viewers or any other customers that are visiting your site, they won't see this bar at all. This is just for yourself. Right, so once you've done looking about this, if you just want to go up here and click back on dashboard, and that'll bring you back here. So now we're back at the dashboard. The first thing that I always like to do is just to change my password, because if you remember correctly, we were given a long string of numbers and letters and no one's really going to be able to remember that. So to change your password, if you just go down here where it says users, just click on that, and now where it says your username, click on there, and if you just scroll on down, you can see it says new password and generate password. So if you just click that, it'll give you another random string of letters and numbers and all that, but all you can do is just change it to whatever you want. And of course I'm just going to hit hide, and of course I'm trying to make your password a strong one, just for your own security. And once that's done, just click update profile. So that's your password changed, if you just want to go back to your dashboard. And the next thing I like to do is just change our permalink settings. I'll explain that in a second. So if you just go down to settings and then permalinks, if you scroll down, the automatic setting is the custom one where it'll show this /index.php. I'll explain a bit easier. If you just go to your website, just visit that, open that up in a new tab, and if you scroll down and if you just click on the recent post here, hello world, you can see up on the URL up at the top, it has this bit here coming up for each post name. So it'll have the index.php and then the year and the month and the day of when the post was made, and then the post name. See, I prefer it just to have the post name. I feel like it's much more simple and much more clear and easy to read. So if you just want to change that to post name, and if you just scroll down and click save changes. Once that's done, we'll just head back to the dashboard. And the next thing we're going to do is download and install some plugins. Plugins are pretty much just an added feature to your website, like things that you can add to your website that WordPress doesn't already provide. Like at its natural state, WordPress doesn't give out a contact form for people who are visiting your site to be able to contact you. So what we do is we download a plugin that provides us that and brings us a custom contact form for our website. So to see what plugins we have at the moment, you can just go down on the left side on the screen and click plugins. And as you can see, you do automatically come with a few. So once we're here at the plugins page, you can see that the HostGator people, they've actually set up some plugins for us already, but I'm not a huge fan of these. So what we're going to do here is get rid of them all and start afresh. So if you just click up here and it'll tick them all, and then if you want to go to bulk actions and deactivate, then click apply, and then click it again and then delete. So make sure they're all ticked and then delete and apply. So if we just go and have a look at what other plugins we could get, so if you just go to the top and then click add new, and as you can see, it shows you all the featured plugins that are available, like BuddyPress here, and this is really good for social media on your WordPress. BBPress is a plugin, so you can stick a forum on your website, so people can actually post on a forum, and you have a running forum on your website. And you can see there's loads of popular tags here, where you can search even an e-commerce plugin. But if we just scroll back to the top, and there are so many plugins available, and if you really want to have a look, just have a look at all these different plugins, because they're all free as well. That's one of the greatest things about WordPress, is that all these plugins are free. And if you just click on more details, you can actually read much more about the plugins if you are needing a little bit more help with it. And there's fantastic description and extensions, and tells you as well how to install them as well. If you ever also need any more help, you can also visit the actual plugin homepage over here. So just open up BuddyPress's one. So you can always go here, download it straight from their website, and check the documentation and the support as well. So just click off this for the time being. So that's basically what plugins are. They're just new features for your website, a little added bonuses, and that really bring your website together. So once we've done here, we'll just click back on the dashboard, and I'll show you what's next. So the next thing I'm going to show you is themes. Themes are really nice. They pretty much just the whole design of your whole website. But just click on themes here. You'll notice the one we have at the moment is the 2017 one. That's the one you saw as your website. We'll have another look at it now. Yeah, so this is the theme with that picture in the background there, and it slides up like that. That's what this theme provides. But I'm going to show you a much better one here. Just to show you one example here. So if we just click here on Add New, and you'll see here there's a featured set of them. There are free themes and there are some paid themes, but I'm only going to ever show you any free ones. So if I just click on Popular here, you can just scroll down and look at anyone you like. Even just for a test, just click any one of these. I'll just click here this WordPress one. So if we just click Preview first, you can actually get a preview. See actually how many people have actually installed this theme here. See, this one isn't such a very popular one, only 73. So I'm probably not going to go for that one. Maybe scroll down. Maybe I even saw one up here, Shapely. Let's have a look at that one. Again, not so great. Sydney here, I hear that's a very popular one. Yeah, we go 226 5-star rating. So this is what our website would look like with the Sydney theme. So it still has the same stuff on it, but it's in a different design and a different layout. So if we just click on Install and then Activate, and then if we open up our website again, here you can see it's already changed now. We'll scroll down. We've still got everything the way it was before with nothing there, but we have a whole new design and a whole new way of the website, the way it shows and the way it looks. It is also really important to make sure that your theme that you're using and the plugins that you're using all work together hand in hand, if you know what I mean. Some themes and some plugins don't really work out together, and if I do ever show you anything that's not going to really work out very well, I will tell you and explain what you can do to change that. In fact, a good idea to do is to find the documentation on the theme that you're using. So this theme is called Sydney. So what I'll do is I'll find the Sydney documentation, Sydney WordPress theme documentation. Just Google that, and there you go. It'll be the first thing there. If you click on that there, you can see how to install this theme and what plugins really work well and are pretty much recommended with it. So just explains how to do everything on that theme and importing a demo contact, setting up a static front page, creating all the different pages and adding blocks to the page. So it's a really good idea just to have a quick Google of the theme that you're using and to make sure that the plugins you're going to use work alongside with that. Okay, so just close that for now, and close that. We'll get back to this themes page. So the theme that I'm actually going to use today isn't actually on the WordPress, well, this website here. To search for these, you can actually find other themes just by Googling them. And one of my favorite themes is actually the Tesseract theme. So you've just Google Tesseract theme. Oh, I spelled it wrong there. But yeah, you've just got the Tesseract theme there. Open up their website. And as you can see, they've already got a lovely looking website. But what we really need to do here is just click download theme. So you can either enter your name and email, then subscribe. It's a very good idea, so you get the updates and features. I've already done this myself. I'm just going to click no thanks. I just want to download the theme. So now that the theme is downloaded, we're just going to install that. So if you just want to close that page, and we're here on the themes page, and if you just want to go over here where it says add new, click that, and then up here it will say upload theme. If you click that, and here it's going to ask for that zip file that we've just downloaded. and the Tesseract, it comes down in a zip format. So once you're here, just click choose file, go to where you downloaded the Tesseract theme, and then click accept. And once you've done that, just click install now. So now that's been installed, you just want to click activate. So there you go, that's the Tesseract theme activated. So if we, as you can see here, it says you can upgrade the theme to the professional one. It is a paid one, but we don't really need that right now, but you can check that out if you want. I'm just going to click maybe later. So we're just going to check out the theme. So we're going to open up our site. And as you can see, it's already changed. We've got this just a nice thin strip blue bar. I know it kind of looks a bit simple now, but once it all comes out, it's going to look a lot nicer. And I do find myself, more simple websites do get a lot more traffic than those really busy, you don't know what to look at themes. There's just too much going on. Simple is always better. So if we just go back to our theme, so we're at the dashboard, in fact, that's our theme installed. We'll get on to the next section now. Right then, so the next step is that we're going to create our logo for our website. A logo is a very important part of your website. It's pretty much your first image and what first people see when they Google or even get onto your business or website. But I can get you your logo here created for free without using really any mad creative skills or any Photoshop skills. There's actually a website that you can just create a little image, and it usually just works out rather well for me. So I'll show you how to do that now. All you have to do is go to a website called www.logomaker.com. And once you're here, you're going to get this tutorial video. You can watch it if you want, but I'm just going to X out of that and hit next on these things. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to just grab a wee graphic, and it's a good way to start off with. I like to start off in the abstract area. And so once you type that in, well, we'll type whatever your kind of image you're looking for. Have a scroll down, try and find something that really sticks out for yourself. I'm just going to use this one here. You can drag that around, you can resize it, you can also add a bit of text, which I'm going to do here. Write down my business name, Learn WP with Chris, and I can drag that about. I can move it all, highlight it all, change the colors of it. I can change the text, font and style. Let's give it a click on that. Go up here, click on funny and funky. We'll have a look and see what we've got. There might be something real nice here. Freckle face. That doesn't look too bad. But have a look around yourself. Line it all up right. Make it look like what your logo wants it to be. You can have it on the left side or on the right side. You can also have all of this in white if you want it on a black background. So you just click with a right click and hit black background, highlight all this, turn it white. A lot of people do like to go for that, but I'm alright with that. I'm just change it all back, highlight it all, and get myself that dark blue color that I picked earlier. Perfect. So once you're done with this, just go up to the top here and click Save Logo, and you're going to have these two download options. One's a $19 option, really high resolution, is good for printing on t-shirts, and higher quality images for HD devices. Or we have option 2, which is a bit of a lower quality, but all you've got to do is give them credit. So you can just like them on the social media buttons and give it a share, and then click on this, paste this code so that you can use it on your website. But once you're done, just download and agree to give credit and put it to your desktop or somewhere safe. And once you're done, just X off that, and we'll go back to the dashboard. And that's the logo created now. Right then, so the next section is that we're going to upload that logo to our website, the one that we just created. Bear in mind, this can be a different process if you did pick a different theme, but just check the documentation of that theme and it will explain how you will upload your logos. But for the Tesseract theme, all we do is we go to Appearance and then Customize. And then we take it down to Header Options, Header Logo, and where it says Logo type here, you change that to Image. And then you click here where it says Select Image to upload it. And you upload the file and then click on your media library. Here's the one I made. I'm just going to click Choose Image here. And as you can see, my logos fit perfectly right up in the top bar. looking professional as well. And then once you're done with that, just click Save and Publish. That's that saved, and then we'll head back to the dashboard. Right then, the next section is where we're going to delete a page or two here. When you first create your website, it gives you a few pages that I don't feel like we're going to need. I'll explain here in a second. If you go to Pages, All Pages, you can see that we have a sample page. This right now is not necessary, and it's just making up a lot of space on our website for no reason. So we're just going to click Trash on that. Then we can go into the trash and then delete it permanently. Right then, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a page to our website. There is multiple ways to do this. There is the old way and there is the new way. First of all, I will show you the old way. So if we go to Pages on the left and click Add New, it's going to give us our Add New page, and we're going to call this one About. And then if we scroll down, you can see that we get this whole WordPress type feel to things here. This is great. I have a visual one and a text one. I'm not a big fan of the text one myself. I like to use the visual. We can add in text. I've got a bit of sample text I'm just going to throw in here. And then with this, you can actually bold things, italic things, bullet them. We can insert and edit links. We can align everything. And if you are copying and pasting from, let's say, Microsoft Word, you should use this paste as text. That way, when you paste it, it'll lose all that word formatting that it does on Microsoft Word, which would make it look very stupid and completely incorrect. So once you've done that, I'll show you also how to add media here. So if you get a nice wee spot where you want a wee image, click Add Media, and you would of course uploaded the file already. I've done one earlier. I'm just going to click that there, align that to the left. That seems fine. Insert into the page. Great. I can maybe move that down a bit into the paragraph a bit more. It does look a lot nicer. And also over here, page attributes. I like to go for a full width page. That way we don't have any side menus or anything like that. So just click full width page there. And we'll publish and have a look at that, I think. So yeah, let's have a quick preview changes once you've published. And there you go, there's our About page. Not looking the greatest if you'd copied straight from mine, but I'm sure you've spent a little bit more of time and effort and made yours looking fantastic. But now I will show you how to create, or we'll add a new pages in a new way. So if we just want to go back to the desktop, the dashboard. Right then, so this is the section where I'm going to show you the new way to add pages. It's a new way to make websites. It's a much more professional looking way, much more easier, and you have a lot more options and real style options that you can really go for. But something I like to recommend to do before you add your new pages is just to visit really popular websites like Apple and anything like that, just to have a look through their pages, and you'll notice how they use such simple ways to create their website. They're just adding like one single images or little links like that. Now, these are things that we can do like without any coding or anything like that. You can have the websites that Apple or Facebook or YouTube, all that. They can have those kind of websites. Right, then let's just get started on this. So the first thing that we're going to do for this is we're going to download a plugin. Remember, we spoke about plugins earlier. They're just like additional features for your website and just add a lot more functionality to it. So we're going to go to Add New here. This is a really exciting plugin, and it is called Beaver Builder. And here it says WordPress Page Builder, Beaver Builder. It is actually fantastic. You just drag and drop everything that you need. So we're just going to click Install now. And if you want to have a look at more details and check the documentation, you can work away. But I know this is a fantastic plugin. As you can see, it's had over 300,000 active installs. So I'm going to click Install now. And then we'll click Activate. Right, so once that's done, it'll give you a little tutorial on how to do things. It even tells you where we're going to go next. And that's Pages, Add New. So we just click that there, or the normal way of hitting Pages and Add New. And as you can see, it's already starting to look a little different. We have this text editor and page builder here. But to start off, we're just going to call this one Services. And we're going to make sure that it's full width. So once you've set that to full width page, we're just going to click Publish. Now, if we go to preview these changes, and now we've got a wonderful looking services page. Now, I'm only joking, this is just the standard setup, but as you've noticed, we have a new option up here that says page builder. That's where we're going to go now. If this is your first time, which more than likely is, you can have a look at the tutorial, or a wee tour of it, but I'm just going to just show you what we're going to do anyway. So if you just want to hit no thanks, that's no problem at all, and then just cancel off this as well. Right, and now this is pretty much where all the magic happens. I'll show you just a quick way to see how fast and easy everything like this is. If you just click on content blocks up at the top here, you see there's free ones. These are the ones that we're going to be using, and you're going to love this right now. If I just click, let's say, his Hero Explorer one here, and as you can see, that's thrown in like a whole looking homepage by the looks of things. That this is just click and drag and drop. We've got buttons, we've got a title, a tagline, and then that's not even all. We're just content blocks. We can fill in a whole page here. Let's have a look down here. If we get some, that's a little bit more servicey. Here we go, services 2, that seems nice enough. We'll click that. We scroll down. This is where you can just stick in all your services of your website or your business. And look at that, that's a whole pretty much website page created in just 2 buttons. It's honestly phenomenal. If we just scroll back to the top here. Let's see if we can have a look more and see what else we've got here. Maybe even just a quick, let's have a look here. There's so many different options, and it honestly really is incredible. Or maybe even stick a wee contact page at the bottom here. Let's have a look how that comes up. And just hit X off this to get a better view of it. So we've got a contact us page as well, numbers, and you've got a map to change. Well, if we scroll to the top, I'll show you how everything can be changed, because that's the wonder of this. You're not, of course, going to stick to this. This is not what your website's going to be portraying, is it? But if you want to change anything, all you got to do is hit this wrench. If you hit this wrench over here, so this is setting up the row and the content width of all the stuff up here. You can change the text colors. There's even an advanced section if you want to change the margins, if you think things that just aren't that quite right. Here as well is this section here. If we hit the wrench here, we can actually change like the majority of this page here. We can change that to something else. Here we can just change this to whatever we want. We can change it to learn, teach, repeat. Anything you want. You just, that's a bit of a mess there, but you get the idea. You can change it to anything that you want, and just click the text here. It has all your other word processing options, your font sizes, and everything here. Let's move this over here. You can see that a little bit better. You have your advanced section with your margins. Just click save whenever you're done. And what do we have here? You can duplicate everything, which makes things a lot easier if you're just doing certain blocks. If you can just keep duplicating them. Over here, we can change the icons of these. Photo source, so you can even get from a media library, or if you straight from a URL, select photo. You can change this to literally anything that you want. So you can see how easier Beaver Builder is to make pages, because you'd have so much functionality, so much customization. And contact us today. We'll go down here. Let's create a link. Let's go down from that. And you can change the map. Of course, not everyone lives in Los Angeles. You can just type in the search location. That's exactly where it's going to show if you want to show where your business is. But if we scroll back to the top. And of course, if you want to add in your own rows, that's no problem at all. If you just go here to add content, I think. And then row layout. So you can actually see. I'll give you a quick explanation. So this section here, this is a 1-column layout. You've got one section here. If you go down here, you've got 3 columns, you got 3 separate columns of areas of changing stuff. And that's just another one. And there's this whole row here. This is technically a row. So if you wanted to put in, let's say, I'll just click it here, 3-column row. That's just thrown that in somewhere, or has it not? Hold on, if I just get that back up again. And I think you just click and you drag it. So if you just want to just click and drag, and you just drop it down wherever you want. And then with this, you can add in all sorts of stuff, any bit of content in here. You add in photos, link buttons, headings, even audio or video, blogs, maps, even WordPress widgets, which aren't too great myself, but we'll have a look here. Row layouts, it's just have a wee fiddle around. You can add things, you can duplicate them. But if we scroll back to the top again, let's just have a quick look what I just did there again. So we have these 3 blocks. I'll show you how to actually enter some stuff into here just to make it a little bit better for yourself. If we just go back to add content and basic modules. So start with simple text editor, click and drag, throw that into there. Here you can of course just type in some text. Hello, my name is Chris. Something simple. Of course you're not going to write this, you're going to be putting some very important details down, and then just click save. And what else we have here? Sorry, just clicked on that. Just close that, and then add content like we did before. We can add photos. So we select the photo from the media library, or you can even do it for the URL. Just going to use that example one I used earlier. Save. You can also add captions to that as well. And what else do we have here? So we'd add content like before. And we could even just throw in a wee video. So you can either install a video or input a video that you've put into your media library yourself, or you can embed one with a link. So you have your MP4s and your WebMs, and you can put autoplay on or even have it on the loop. And of course, all these buttons we've put down, these can also be changeable as well. You can also enter in your own button. I'll just show you how to do that as well. So add content, link button, just drag it in there. And of course, the button link is where it's going to go. So you type in your website, and then the page it's going to go to, you know, so it doesn't go to nowhere and it all goes to somewhere. But once you've done that, just click save or whatever. But for me, this was a bit of a mess. This was just really just for example senses. So I'm just going to delete all of that for myself. Like, it does look rather silly. And I'm also going to delete this map. I'm not a huge fan, but if you'd like the map, you're more than free to do that yourself. Or even just want the map and then put something else here. Just to maybe some testimonials or anything like that. Anything that really tickles your fancy. So as you can see, it's starting to look coming together rather nicely. We'll have a quick look at it. Just click done and publish changes. And here we go. This is our actual services page now. It's looking fantastic. You can tell it was way nicer than the page we did previously. But what we want to do now is go through and make all the pages that you need. You could have an about page. We've got about page, service page, a store page, a gallery page. All these different kind of pages, or you just check on different websites. Everyone has a different idea or different things that they want on their website. Just have a scout around on websites that are going to be similar to yours and see what kind of pages they have, and have a fiddle about that page builder and build that perfect website. Right then, so the next step is we're going to create our home page. So just go to page and add new. And we're going to call this one home. And of course, down to template, keep it on full width page, much nicer, and click publish. And of course, when we preview it, it's going to look a lot like a pile of rubbish. And so we're going to click on page builder, and we're going to get building this page looking lovely. So just cancel that like before, help the content blocks. I am going to go for this glacier snow, and I'll throw in a few more stuff here. Content blocks, get maybe some text in. Oh, a nice simple paragraph will go in at the bottom, the middle there, and I will throw in some images. So if we scroll down, we see we've got this nice big image. There's glacial snow. This of course can be changed. We've got the text. This is also going to be changed. We've got 2 texts. That went wrong, so get rid of one of these texts. And then what I said I was going to do, I was going to get some images. So content blocks again, and these 4 images. I do like them. Oh, that did it twice again, so we'll get rid of one of them. Get rid of that row. And then we'll get rid of that row. Oh, not doing this correctly. Make sure to delete the whole row and not just little bits of it. And of course, all of this is going to be changed to suit everything that you need. I actually also have a really good website to find really high quality background images like this one, but for total free. If it's a website here, it's called unsplash.com. So if you just go to unsplash.com, these are all free photos. Like, they're all high quality, huge, big photos, and they're completely free. So if you just click on that and then click download, this is background, and we're going to give that a test on our new homepage here, just to see if it's the right size at least. So if we just click on this cog here and see the select photo here, this is the photo that it's got. So if we go and we upload to something new, select files, background, hopefully this isn't going to be too big. So now that you got that in, just click select photo and click save. And as you can see, it's changed the image and it looks beautiful, and the best thing about it, it's free, and it's a wonderful high quality photo. So yeah, definitely check out that website Unsplash. It's fantastic. And of course, we're going to change that from glacial snow, because we're just not in the glacier snow, just to make it a little bit easier on my eyes. Oh, sandy beaches. Oh, that's gone nice and small, so we'll get that bigger. Nice, big 44. That'll probably have to be a bit bigger than that, I think. A nice 48. Still think that's rather too small, but it is what it is. Bold it up. Let me click advanced now. Get a nice center. Where's the center one? Oh, heading. There we go. That's small. Oh, can't see any of it. So add media, and then add my logo. Insert that into post. Hit save. As you can see, my logo is there, but I do want it. So there you go, there's a nice background change color. We're adding a new bit of text in the front. Here's your sample text, of course. This is going to change yourself. And of course, you can change these images to whatever you like. If you want it to be sandy beaches, if you want it to be coffee, if you want it to be the bikes that you sell on your website, you can do whatever you want. Put in your own images and make it your own special website. It's all for you, remember. But whenever you're done, just click done. And then publish changes. And here's how the page looks all together. It is a wonderful looking page, to be fair. That's the best thing about websites. The more simple it is, the better. So now that you've made your homepage the best way you want it to look like, it's going to look a lot better than this, if I don't say so myself. Mine's not the greatest, but once you've put in a good few hours work into this, your homepage is going to look phenomenal. But the first thing you're going to notice is it's not actually your homepage yet, it's just a page called home. Your actual homepage is still this. Let's have a look. Which is of course completely rubbish. So if we go back to our dashboard, and if we head down to settings, and if we just go down to reading there, front page displays your latest posts or a static page. The static page is the one we're going to go for, so your front page is going to be your home page, and your post page, well, I made a blog page, so I'll probably just put that as my blog page. And then once you are done, just click Save Changes. And now if we visit our site, our homepage is now our homepage. Perfect. Right then, so the next section is a section I like to call Create a Menu. As you can see at the top of our screen, on the top menu bar here is what we'll call the menu bar, is normally where we would have our menu. We'd have all the different pages, so you can just click on them to access each different page. So to do that, I'm going to go to tutorial and then dashboard. Close that there. And if we just head down to appearance and then menus, here is where we can actually create our first menu. So I'm just going to give it any old name, menu 1, create that. Have a quick look around. So you start off with the structure. So you add menu items from the column on the left. We want home, we want about, we want services, and we want blog. So we just add to the menu. Boomity boom, boom, boom. And we can rearrange these, of course, in any way we want. If you want to have your about page there, that's actually a sub item, so that will be underneath your home. So if you're up at the top, it'll be home. If you hovered over it, it will then come underneath it. It will be drop down. It says about. But we don't really want that, so just making sure it's all on the same alignment here. That means it's all a separate menu item. And I'm going to put the blog to the bottom there. And you can auto add pages, so every time you add a new page, it will automatically add to the menu, so you can always click that. And display location, you can have this on the header or even on the footer. I like to have mine on the header. And of course, you can create another menu if you want one to have on your footer, which is the bottom bar, and you can have that in a different order, of course. Right then, we're just going to take a quick look at our website, just a real quick look at it. As you can see, the menu bar that we created is up there now, and that's perfect. Awesome, awesome. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to just show you how to change this color of this header and footer bar here. I'm not too sure if you want blue, you know, blue doesn't always seem to work for everyone. So if we just go to dashboard, appearance, header, and if we go to header options there, and header colors, and there you go. So we can change this to whatever you really like. I was actually enjoying that color, but since I changed it, it seemed to work for me as well, actually. Let's have a look around. So just cycle around, try and find that color that's yours. You can always go for white, you can always go for black. I think I might actually just go for black. It seems to work out rather nicely for me. You have the text colors of each menu items, which is great as well. And then the header hovered link, I think that's that there, if I change that. Anyway, whenever you're done with that, just click save and publish. It's not a huge thing to do, but it is a little bit more customizing that you can do. But once you've done that, just go back to your dashboard. Right then, so this next section is where we're going to get a contact form. A contact form is just a way for visitors, website visitors who are visiting your site, is a way for them to contact you without having to try and find your email address and copying it over to their email. They can just click a button and then just email you directly from your website. It's a fantastic idea, and it's also a wonderful thing to get. So it's first thing we're going to do here is it is a plugin, so we're going to go to plugins and add new. If you remember correctly from before, plugins just add more functionality to your site and pretty detrimental to your website. There's so many of them here. Like I said before, have a good look. But the one we're going to get here is called Contact Form. Contact Form 7. It's the best one around. 1 million active installs. Install now. And activate. And so the next step is we're going to actually just add a page for this. So go to add new page. And we're going to call this either contact or contact us. I'll just put it down as contact for the time being. Full width. Publish. So you can just make your contact form with the text editor, but we know how that goes. It's very hard and it's very slow. So what we're going to just do is visit the page, view page, and we're going to use our favorite thing, our page builder. And click cancel like always. So we're going to start off with a content block. I have an idea what I'm going to use. Double click that. I'm just going to start off with a Google map. I like to keep mine simple. You can do yours, of course, in any way that you want, but this is something I like to do. It's done that again. It's brought in 2 maps, so just make sure you only get the one. And then I find that a little bit too big, so I'm actually going to reduce the size of that to 250 height in pixels. Full width, yep, that goes right across. It's nice and thin, just the way I like it, and we can fit a perfectly contact box in here. WordPress doesn't actually come with its own contact form. That's why we downloaded that one earlier. So if we just click done, save changes and exit. I don't think I hit publish, but we'll do that in a moment. Go back into it. Done. Publish changes. And if we go back to our dashboard. So now that you've probably noticed as well, we have something on the left here that says contact. That appeared once we downloaded that contact form plugin. So if we just click on that, as you can see, it's already made one for us. So if we just jump into that, click on that. And as you can see, it's looking a little bit complicated, but it's not really. I'll go through here. So here's your first label. It says your name. So the first text box is going to ask you to write your name. And the next text box is going to say, what is your email? And what is the subject? What is your message? That's fine. This is the basic of all contact forms. And you can change this about yourself, but really it's fine the way it is. Just make sure that it is your email address that it is showing. So when the emails do get sent, it goes to your email box and to no one else, you know. So once that's fine, and you just make sure that your email's in the right place, go back to your contact forms. And what we're going to do here is click here, this shortcode. This is what we're going to need. We're going to need you to highlight all of that, right click and copy. So then when you have that copied, anywhere we paste that is where the contact form is going to be. But of course we want it on our contact us page. So go to our contact page again, contact, and page build is currently active. So we'll just launch page builder. And that should open it up. Well, there's our map, and here's our little block here. All we're going to do is just throw in a few text, well, just a text block, because that's all we need. Just throw it in there. And then we're just going to paste, or Control V. And it's going to look like this now, and you're thinking, hey, this doesn't seem right. This doesn't seem right. No one can contact me using this, but don't worry, once you hit save, it fills out like a proper contact us page, your name, your email, subject, and your message. Of course, all that stuff could have been changed like I showed you before, and that's where you would hit send. Actually, you might have noticed that it is a little blocky, a bit thick. So if we go back to where we just were, we can actually change this. If we already held a wrench on it, and then go to advanced, you can change the margins of these. So if maybe you change the left margin to 200. And then same with the right, 200. Actually, maybe make that a bit more. Maybe about 500. Move out of the way. It's right in the center, and it's a bit more professional looking, I find. So once you've done that, just hit save. That's actually much nicer. And then click done, publish changes, and then much nicer, eh? Wonderful. And we'll go back to our home page. It's looking as good as it was. Back to our dashboard. So the next page that we're going to make is our blog page. So if you go to pages and add new and then type in blog, I've already done it, and do the usual stuff, publish and all that, and then you want to go to settings and then down to reading. And I know I showed you earlier on, but just make sure that you do it yourself. Make sure it says post page blog, set it to your blog page, and then save changes. So now if we just go to our blog page, let's just visit the site and show what it looks like right now. And we'll click on blog. As you can see, it's the basic page. We're going to keep this sidebar here because it's kind of perfect for blogs, because it keeps all the archives and all the different posts that you've had on the side here. So it's really accessible for people to really get to, you know. So as you can see here, we've got one post already. Even if you click on that now, it will open that post up and you can see a little bit more about it. This is where people would read them, and if you have more posts, be going all the way down the page. But if you go back to your blog page here, there's multiple ways to add a new page. You can go up here, post, so you just click new post there, or you can just go at your dashboard and go to posts and click that. And this will show all your posts. You can always just add new ones here. You can delete them. But we'll just add a new one at the moment. So if we just want to click new, add new post there. And then you can give that a title. Let's just say you are the best. Anything's just for an example really. And then here's your text where you can just copy in and paste where all the whatever post you've made, or whatever blog post it is, whatever you're selling, whatever you're reviewing, whatever it is you're using your blog for. And it has all the standard stuff with adding your media. Like I said before, you can add in images like before, so just click where you want to put it. Let's say here, add media, pick your image, say this one for now, and you can change that size as well. You can make it full size if you want. I think I will do that for this one. I'm going to insert that into the post. I've got a full-sized image there, beautiful. And now if we just go back to the top here. So once you've made your repost, all you have to do then is just click publish as always. And of course we're going to preview that, so just click it here. And there you go, there's your post, the date, who wrote it, all the text, your images, and then people can actually leave a reply as well. So yeah, that's your most recent one. And if you want to actually just go to your actual blog page, you'll see both of them are there now. So you're the best, and then a hello world one. So you just click read more, and you just have a quick look into that. It's brilliant really. And so there you that's your blog page complete as well. Right, so now that we've done the blog post, the next section here is this bit here, this sidebar. We want to be able to change all this stuff here. We don't want some of you know you don't really want this meta stuff here. What does this mean to you? You might want to put in some of your own images or your own adverts or some of your AdSense just to make a bit of money on your website. So to do that, we're going to go to our dashboard and we are going to go to Appearance and then Widgets. So as you can see, this is what our sidebar was on before. We had our search, your recent posts, recent comments, archives, categories, and meta. So to delete any of these, we just click on the wee arrow here and then click delete. So that's the meta one delete. Just have a wee test. Just open up our blog page real quick. As you can see, the meta bit has now gone. But we can also add in our own ones. A really good one to use is just the standard text ones. You just click and drag that anywhere you want. And you can give that a title. If you are advertising for people, they would normally give you like an HTML link where you would actually paste it into here, where it would show that advert, what you're actually meant to be showing. But you can, of course, just type in whatever you want. Hello world. Good luck on your website. Simple as that, really. You can change it to whatever you want. Depending on what you're trying to advertise. Look into that more yourself, but it'll usually just give you an HTML code just to save into that. But I actually am going to show you something else here. If we go down to plugins, and then we're actually going to add our own one, so we'll add new. And this is called Black Studio. Called Black Studio Tiny MCE. That's this one here. You can tell it's got all the installs, so we're just going to click install now and then activate. Now with this we're going to get a few more options on that whole sidebar business. So if we just go back to that screen again, you're going to have our new Black Studio Tiny MCE widget called the Visual Editor. This makes sure it allows you to insert rich text and media objects into your sidebars. A lot nicer to use than everything else. So if we just click and, well, drag it all the way up. So what you could use for this is, let's say you've got something advertising on your page, you want an image for people to click on. You just click on Add Media, and let's say we'll just use this one again, just for example's sake. And you get that to link to anything you want, the attachment page, custom URL, media file, that doesn't matter. Just make sure it's going to go wherever you want it to go and give it a title and everything like that. And then just insert into post, medium, and then give it a title. So I'll call it advertisement for now. And then if we just click save, and we'll have a quick look at this. So we open up our blog and we refresh it. Here we go, we have a wee advertisement. So if that was a link to an advertisement or another website, once you click it, it would take you there. That way you get more clicks. Right then, so the next section is comments and how to manage them. So let's say we look onto one of our posts here on our blog. We scroll down, you can actually leave a reply. So what a great post. And then we click post comment. And it's going to appear here, and anyone who visits it can also leave a reply. But what we want to do now is just to have a little bit more control over it, to see what posts appear and if people can actually leave comments and how to delete them. So if you just go up and if you click edit post, so if you see at the top here it says screen options, you just click on that, and then if you click on discussion and comments, and now if you scroll down here where it says discussion, you can actually allow comments to be taken off. And you should probably also untick that. But now that is updated. If I click in update, and if we go to the blog page afterwards, so if we head to the blog page, blog page, click on that one. This is the post that we edited on. You can see the comment is there, but comments are now closed. Now to show you how to actually delete comments, if this hasn't been done beforehand, go to your dashboard, go to comments, and here is where you can actually delete them all. So you just click and you can either unapprove them or approve them, or just move them straight to the trash and then click apply. So simple as that, really, just to control your comments. You can have them even so when people send you a message, you can go through them all and approve them, and then they'll appear up. So yeah, that's how you manage all your comments. So you just want to go back to your dashboard. We'll get on to the next section. Right, this next section is where we're going to change the site title. So if we go onto our page here, so if we just open up our website, you can see at the top here it says tutorial, just another WordPress site. That's not what we want. We want to be able to have that customizable to our website to show and describe your website name. So if we go back to our dashboard, yep, so if we just head down to settings and then general, site title here, perfect. So we can just change that to mine is Learn WP with Chris. Boop. Boopity boop. And the tagline is what's going to appear up here, so we can change that as well. Helping you help yourself. And then once that's done, let's have a look over here. Just make sure everything is fine. Time zone, date format. Yep, whatever. Save changes. And now if we give this a refresh, Learn WP with Chris, helping you help yourself. Perfect. So now if we just go back to the dashboard, we'll get on to the next section. Right, so the next thing we're going to do is a very big section, is how to add a online store to your website. This can be very, very good for your website. It makes it look more professional and also makes you a bit of money if you are selling stuff. And of course, it's much more accessible when it's online and not on the high street. I'll give you a few examples of what some stores can look like. Here we have the GoPro one, where they're selling all their latest cameras. As you can see, you have all each products in one big block, so you can add to cart and you can learn more about the stuff. It's a wonderful looking website and it's a wonderful looking store. We also have Tesla. They're obviously selling their much bigger things. They have their new inventory here. Let's have a quick look. And you see they're all their massive new cars. So these are all physical, huge products where you're going to be spending a lot of money. But that's just another example of a store. Here is WooCommerce. This is actually where we're going to be getting our store plugin from. This is the one that provides the store to be able to put it on websites. So you can have a look through there as well. This is a digital download, so you're not actually getting a physical product, but you do actually get a lot more functionality with your website using your store. You can actually make a membership on your store so people can make an account and always be there and always remember their payment details and stuff like that. You also get a little more plugins and themes that really suit for a full store kind of thing. So if you are looking into that, do have a good look. It might be it'll probably be a benefit to yourself if you have a good look there yourself. But we'll have a look and show you how it can all be done. So we'll just close all them for now. So I think the first thing we're going to do is make a new page. And we're going to call this one the store. So I'll just call that store for now. Store and template, put it full width. Everyone likes a full width one, and publish that. Now we are going to head to the plugins page and we're going to add a new one of them. So you just search in, and we're going to be searching WooCommerce, like we just visited the site there. And as you can see, WooCommerce has over 1 million active installs, so you know it's going to be good. So just click install now and then activate. So here we are. This is the page it gets once you first install WooCommerce. It's going to give you a bit of a heads up what the crack is. But first of all, if we just hit let's go, have a quick look at it. So this will tell you the different pages that will set up. A shop page, a cart page, a checkout page, and of course a my account page. These are all very important parts of your store, but we'll just hit continue for now. And here is where your store is located. So I'm in the UK at the moment, so mine set as UK and pound sterling, and then click continue. And now this is going to ask how you do your shipping, and it's going to be weighing in kilograms or ounces or however it is you want to be weighed, but just set that the way you want it, set it and hit continue. And here is how you will be accepting payments, both offline and online. The best ones to use are generally PayPal and Stripe. I'm a big fan of PayPal, but I'm just going to click PayPal standard for now. And then this is the email where the payments will be sent. So you just take that to be the correct one and then hit continue. So once you get here, just click no thanks, and then we're gonna probably create our first product. So we'll just click that there, and that's gonna bring us back to where we were before, where we can add a new product. We're just gonna type in new product. It can be anything that you want here. It's gonna go through all the different options, the descriptions, the product types, if it's a virtual product or it's a downloadable product. You're gonna give it a price, all the stuff here is all here, all self-explanatory really. Product tags, so you can keep everything all together. And categories as well, just to do the same thing there. And then of course you're going to give it a short description to make sure that your product is properly described. So as you can see, we can just put in our description here, and you can put in prices. So let's say 200, and the sale price at 150. We can put in images as well. We'll just get add media. We'll just throw in anything for the time being. Just sticking that one again. Insert into product. Actually, I'm going to delete that. That's in the wrong place. We're going to stick it over here, product image, and click it there. That's the actual product image. And now if we click publish, we can just click on this and let's have a look. So there you go, we've already got a product perfectly here on a sale, and you just add that to cart. So we'll just give this a test out. So if we just hit add to cart, and the product has been added to the cart, we can now actually view that cart. And here we have the cart page, we've got the image, the product name, the price, and then we can proceed to checkout, where you can enter in your billing details, your name, your address, where it's going to get sent out to, and how you're going to pay. So it's a fully functioning store in a matter of seconds. It normally would have taken you probably months if you tried to code this yourself, but of course we're doing this in a much easier way. Now we have a shop and a checkout. Right then, so we'll have a look at how that looks like on our website. So just quickly jump to that. Visit the site. As you can see, there's no options up here, so we need to change that ourselves. So if we go to customize, and then we go to menus, menu 1, the one we set earlier, and we can add items. So let's have a look here. We'll add in, we'll ignore the store, that's the one we made, but the shop is the one we actually want. So if we just, where is it? Add shop, add, where's the checkout, and the cart. Can we arrange that? Perfect, just move that around. You can also just check them to be inside there as well, so they'll be underneath the shop section, which is also a nice thing to do as well. And whenever you've ordered it all up, I think that's all of them. Just double check. Yep. There's also the My Account one as well if you do have the paid version, and then just click Save and Publish. So now if we actually visit our site now, oh, that's not it. Go to, is this it? Now we have the shop section. As you can see, that's written out in dark, so you can change that in the menu settings as well. If we click on shop, you can see our image, our actual product, and we can click that, and we can go through that whole adding to cart business all over again. So that's the store built. So now that the shop and the cart and the checkout has been made, we've pretty much finished the website now. We have our home page, our about page, services, the blog, and then of course the shop and the checkout and the contact us page. After watching this tutorial, you should be able to be well equipped to make any kind of website that you've seen before. It really is that easy using WordPress, and especially with the Beaver Builder, it makes building pages 10 times easier and 10 times quicker. So if you did like the video, just give it a like and a comment, and if you want, you can subscribe, and there'll be plenty more videos on WordPress and other website tutorials coming soon as well. But that's all for me. Thank you and have a great day.